Hello, this is Si Wing Yi from the Yi Real Estate Network. For the past 2 decades, we have helped out-of-state investors, regardless of where you live, to buy out-of-state turnkey cash flow investment properties. We have done all the work for you. We have put together an entire team at a specific market. So we are targeting around 5 markets, mainly in the South and Southeast, because they are the areas that are showing cash flow and appreciation potential. Once again, we have a turnkey system whereby, for the most part, our investment properties is ready made for you. They have been targeted. They have been allocated for you as a real estate investors. They are not for uh, homeowners. They are not for owner-occupied buyers. All right. So we have property management in place. We have the whole one-stop shop approach in place. So the value that we provide for our investors is that we have done 99% of the research and due diligence on your behalf. So you, as a turnkey real estate investor, as a mom and pop investor, you don't have to waste time and to waste time to do all the research to make an informed decision to buy investment properties, right? So without further ado, today's presentation, it'll be for a mere for less than 15 minutes typically. Since this week's listing in Raleigh, North Carolina, which is the Silicon Valley of the East, which is part of the whole infrastructure. It's all about high tech. It's all about research. Triangle Park. It's all about Apple. Just announced a few months ago that they're building a campus in the Research Triangle Park in Raleigh, where they can bring in bring in around 5,000 highly paid engineers in the next few years in the area, in the Triangle area. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen. The first thing I'm going to show you is this, all right? So this is a picture illustration of what's going on in today's market. So the buyer on your left, it says, we really like to look at something a little higher priced. And then the realtor to the right, in which she replies, okay, I can show you this house again tomorrow. All right. So you see what's going on, right? You see what's going on in the real estate market, which is amazing. I'm not gonna cover that at this time because we only have a short time presentation. So this week's listing is as follows. What we decided to do is in this market, Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, and the surrounding metro, right, if you will. Is truly amazing. We are in this marketplace is really the Austin 2.0. For those of you who are not aware, Austin have achieved some tremendous appreciation due to the high tech migration and everything else what's going on. So Austin really started to boom back in like 12, 18 months ago. So people who bought prior to the 18 months from today in Austin metro area, they have achieved tremendous amount of profit and appreciation to the tune of 30 to 50% in the past 12 months alone. Had they bought 3 to 4 years ago, right, in Austin, Texas, their property will probably have doubled in value since then, right? So if someone bought in Austin like 7 to 10 years ago, the property have achieved 100% value appreciation, or even more, depending on the neighborhood. So I'm not saying Raleigh, North Carolina is going to achieve the same result, right? No one have a crystal ball. However, what I've seen over the years, because this is what we do, is that the economic and migration trends, and with the high tech on top of that, that are going on here at Raleigh, are really no different than what has transpired in Austin, Texas. So we're going to make your job easier for you. We have a local network realtor that has been entrenched in this Raleigh, North Carolina market for the past more than 20 years, right? His name is Kevin. So he is our on the ground consultant, since he obviously he know the market so well. So he's helping our real estate investors within our network to purchase the best properties available. So what we're targeting, oh, by the way, this is an amazing market, right? So the timing is such that, you know, savvy investors, uh, they need to pull the trigger, because this market is moving very, very fast. So I would give maybe 3 to 5 months uh, of boom short term to find this kind of inventory. So we have targeted properties that are within 15 to 20 miles from the Research Triangle Park. So we have targeted areas that have the best chance for appreciation, equity growth, migration of people, you know, as close to the Research Triangle Park as possible. We call it this Silicon Circle, if you will, this 50-mile radius in every which direction. So we have done all the work for you. A lot of these properties are in excellent areas, and they have a very good school system. Raleigh, the Metro Raleigh is really, I mean, the amenities are just off the chart, right? I mean, good schools, district, good locations, fast economic growth. I mean, just this is amazing, right? That's all I have to say. So we are saving a lot of trouble. So here's the thing: you're not buying really for high cash flow. I have to be realistic with you. So our projection rent is around $2,000. So right, and getting the renter that pay $2,000 for this kind of property is relatively easy, right? And in case you have not heard, there are a lot of people that are unable to buy in many areas of the country because of the rising prices. For whatever reason, they cannot qualify for a mortgage. They don't have enough down payment. So a lot of people making, you know, $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 a year, they are renting until when they get, maybe they'll buy in the future. So they have the ability to pay at least $2,000 rent on these kind of properties. All right, so all you can hope for is shooting for break-even cash flow. We're using the blueprint for like 20 to 25% down, buying single-family homes. These are newer homes built within the past 5 years, right? So, you know, they're pretty much turnkey, very little minor repairs are necessary, if any. Okay, mostly, yeah, no repair are needed. So having said that, so we're using the 1% ratio, right? Rent to value ratio as a benchmark. However, when the prices are above 250, 300K, we have to, temper that with some realistic cash flow, meaning you're buying, we're using calculation like 0.07 of 1% for the monthly cash flow situation. So let me give you an example, right? If you were to buy this property to $341,000, if you pay 20% down payment for financing, and we project $2,000 monthly rent, which is very practical, very realistic. So you will probably achieve a monthly break even. So your $2,000 monthly rent, the gross rent minus your taxes, insurance, property management fee, and maybe factor in 5% annual vacancy factor or 5% maintenance factor. So you will achieve a break even. So you're not going to get a high cash flow, but the potential for appreciation is the key in this market. You will using equity play. So I'm not asking you to just put 20% down payment on the financing. You can do 25% down. You can do 30 to 35% down payment, and that will give you at least a little bit of a slight monthly positive cash flow, but mostly break even. Okay, so this is the equity play. It's not really cash flows for the next few years. We feel this is a strong equity growth in this market because the high demand and low supply, you know, and a high tech migration, you know, the whole population and job growth all over the place in the Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, North Carolina area. Okay, so these are the properties that we handpick for you on a weekly basis. But this kind of property, let me see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There are 18 properties our network realtor on the ground has picked for you for this particular week. So now I know this kind of investment strategy are not for the faint of heart. They are not for newbies. Although, newbies, from time to time are able to pull the trigger, but these properties are in the multiple listing service, right? And is a bidding war, right? You are most likely there are 10 to 15 other people making offers to buy this property for investment purposes or for owner occupied purposes. So this is who are you competing against? So typically, you're most likely we're going to recommend you're going to bid 10% above the list price, and this inventory as of today should be gone within 48 to 72 hours. That's what's going on. So for those of you investors that wish to buy some of these properties, you have to pull the trigger very quickly. You have no time to think about it. You have no time to digest everything. You may not even have time to go over there and visit the property. If you want, you could. But that's it. This property, this daily, weekly inventory that we provide for you, this is a hand-picked property in the best location in and around Research Triangle Park. So tremendous potential for appreciation in the next few years. But you buy for the long term, right? You buy for long-term buy and hold. That is our goal for you. So this is not a short-term flip or whatever, although that could happen from time to time. But your goal is to buy this property, place the tenant. We have the property management to achieve that for you. And hold the property long-term and allow the approximate $2,000 rent to systematically go up, right? So you can achieve cash flow, a little bit of it at least for the foreseeable future. Does that make sense? Right, so let me quickly finish out with 5 minutes remaining. These are the great properties. I'm not gonna go over each property at a time. It'll take me a couple of hours to do presentation. We only have 5 minutes left. Of course, if you want more information, you contact me, and then I'll put together do some pre-qualification. We do a short phone consultation by FaceTime or whatever, right? Then I will put you in touch with my team so we can help you, all right? So, 20 to 25% down, 30% down is not gonna be cheap, right? You need about $90,000 down payment, including closing costs, typically, right? So again, a lot of people doesn't have, 25% down payment to buy this kind of property, but some people do, right? So you never know. That's how it is, right? So get yourself pre-qualified through our investment loan agents. We are one-stop shop. We do everything for you. You can buy sight unseen, turnkey, remote purchase. That's what we do all these years. And Raleigh market, although is very hot. So this probably will go within a few days. So let me finish up by saying, see all the price ranges. These properties in Fuquay, Farina, good area. Like I said, 50 miles, around 15 miles from Research Triangle Park, 341K. Then this one a little bit higher is in Durham, selling for 395K. Very good, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,500 square foot. So it's a very large home, good spacious backyard. So it's just a beautiful area. This Raleigh, North Carolina is a truly very beautiful area. So this, the third one is a new build, right? Selling for 394, and then 365, 439. Some of these are really, so you might, if you want to buy anything over 400,000 with 20 to 25% down payment, you have to be realistic, right? You're not going to cash flow. You can have maybe a slight monthly negative, maybe $100 to $200 monthly negative cash flow. But again, if you're confident that the equity play will allow you to offset that slight negative cash flow, then there's a good risk to take, because clearly, the demand has far exceeded the supply of inventory in this market. So we expect appreciation going to happen. How much we'll know for another couple of years. Then beyond that, the market will correct, meaning the price appreciation after 2 or 3 years from now, maybe it will be 2 or 3%. It's not going to crash. I mean, you know, we hear all this like doom and gloom situation that are promoted by many YouTube entertainers out there who clearly don't know what they're talking about. All right. So anyway, 330K, this is a nice one. So the price point is 300 to 400,000. This is the this is the kind of price point we want to achieve high equity growth. All right. So here you go. Right. All great properties, very good school district, very good rental market. Obviously, very easy to get rent. Each time we have a closing of escrow on a particular property, our property manager are typically able to get 20 to 30 rental applications for one particular house. Just goes to show you the strong rental market in this area. Okay, 315, 439, 385. So, okay, so very, very nice houses. They are gone within a few days. So, you know, if you want to work this system, you have to have the courage and the motivation to pull the trigger quickly, because somebody else can beat you to it, because this is a multiple offer situation. Like I said, this kind of house will come and go. We don't know how much longer this type of great houses remaining, because more and more investors are coming into this market as we speak at this moment. So there will be a lot more competition, if not already. There's a lot of competition already. There will be more competition coming down the pipe in the next few weeks, in the next few months. And before you know it, these prices will go up. All these kind of great inventories will be gone. So if you wait 6 months and beyond, all these kind of homes within 15 to 20 miles from a research Triangle Park is already gone. Then you have no choice but to buy further out in this metro, which is, you know, the appreciation will not going to be as good, and so forth and so on, right? So the timing is important, and the urgency is important for you as an investor, right? And that's all I have to say, right? I'm not here to put pressure on you, nothing like that, but this is the reality of this market. There is a very short-term window of opportunity for most of you to pull the trigger in the next few months before all these prices will potentially skyrocket. So that's all I have to say. I mean, this is all the time I have remaining. But again, if you look at the below my video, you will see my contact information and what we do, our core philosophy behind our investment club. So anyway, thank you for listening. I will continue to give you some weekly updates on these short videos. And just if you want to subscribe, click the subscription button. You will get a lot of future alerts. I put a lot of videos, not only on Raleigh, North Carolina, but many different markets that we have team located in a specific market, in a cash flow market, strong appreciation market, strong rents, everything else. All right, the whole 9 yards. All right, other than that, thank you so much for attending. This is Si Wing Yi from the Yi Real Estate Network. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.